Welcome to the deep dive. So many of you have told us you're looking for more practical ways to bring wisdom into your everyday, often really busy lives.
Right, things you can actually use.
Exactly. And today we're diving into a source that tries to do just that. It's a collection called Murli Practical Analogies for Everyday Life.
Originally from 2005, but represented this year, May 18th, 2025.
And we really want to explore how timeless wisdom can offer you, our listener, some immediately useful guidance, for a more fulfilling life.
Think of it as connecting these everyday examples, relationships, career, health, finances, all that stuff to some deeper ideas.
Kind of a shortcut to understanding using things we all recognize.
Yeah, our mission here is really to unpack these analogies, which seems simple on the surface, right?
Right.
But reveal the honestly quite insightful wisdom tucked inside. We want to help you connect the dots
Hoping for some aha moments for you listening. Those moments that can really shift perspective.
and empower you to actually do something positive.
And look, we know everyone listening comes from different backgrounds, different levels of technical understanding, maybe.
That'll look fun.
So we're not going to get bogged down in really complex theory here. The focus is purely practical.
How can you take these ideas and apply them? Like, today.
Okay, sounds good. Let's jump into the first key point then. Purity is the foundation.
Okay, so the core idea here, spiritually speaking, is that purity, and this means even down to your thoughts, is really crucial.
Crucial for what? Happiness, peace.
Both, exactly. Happiness and peace. The source uses this term altitude.
Altitude, like flying higher.
Sort of. It suggests, a higher state of awareness, maybe seeing things with more clarity above the immediate noise.
Okay, I get that. And the analogies really bring this home, don't they?
They do. So for health, it connects clearing out, say, junk food or sugary drinks
Yeah.
directly to replacing negative self-talk.
Yeah.
It's a clean input equals strong output idea.
Right. Makes sense. What you put in affects what comes out mentally and physically.
Precisely.
Yeah.
Like, think about relationships. The analogy is about dropping sarcastic jabs.
Yeah, those can sting.
Right. So clean communication, without that subtle negativity, leads to much clearer understanding. Less static.
And for career.
It uses the example of meticulously tidying data in a spreadsheet. Seems small, but it prevents future errors.
So it's about maintaining clarity or purity in the process itself.
Exactly. The big picture here is that this cleanliness, whether it's food, words, data, whatever, creates less stress.
And just better outcomes all around. Less mental clutter, less friction.
Spot on. Okay, point 2. The power of blessings.
Blessings, giving and receiving.
Both. That's key. Giving positive energy, receiving it, but also actively refusing to hold on to negative stuff from others.
Right, not becoming a sponge. The relationship example was interesting here.
Which one was that?
The colleague venting one. You listen, you empathize, wish them well.
But then you let it go. You don't keep replaying their negativity in your head.
Yeah, being a positive channel, not like a negativity storage unit.
Well put. And it connects this to finances, too, which is fascinating.
How so?
Celebrating someone else's win, like a friend's promotion, instead of feeling envy.
Okay.
The idea is that this actually helps you attract cooperation and opportunities later. It shifts your mindset from scarcity to abundance.
That makes sense psychologically. You're more open, maybe, less competitive in a negative way.
Exactly. And think of the practical benefit. You save so much mental energy.
Totally. Not dwelling on negativity or envy frees you up.
And you build better connections, which, as the analogy hints, can open doors.
Okay, moving to the third point. This one's about determination.
Right. The core message is keeping that I will thought really active, like constantly in the forefront of your mind.
Not just when you feel motivated, but as a consistent driver.
Yes, a steadfast inner commitment. It's the engine for getting things done.
And the analogies make it tangible. Like, for career, putting your sales targets where you see them all the time.
Or for health, treating workouts like, actual non-negotiable appointments in your calendar.
Yeah, not just if I feel like it.
And finances, automating savings transfers. The moment the money comes in, some go straight to savings. Simple, but powerful.
So what's happening there? Why do those visible things work?
Well, these visible commitments, they sort of hardwire the brain. They create consistency even when motivation dips.
It takes the daily decision-making out of it. Reduces that willpower fatigue.
Exactly. Okay, next up, the strength of connection.
Connection. Spiritually, the source talks about staying combined with a higher partner. What exactly does that mean in practical terms? Is it purely spiritual?
That's a really good question. While higher partner might have specific spiritual roots in the text, the practical takeaway is definitely broader.
Okay.
It's really about the power of having a strong support system. A team, a network, whatever form that takes for you. You're not meant to go it alone.
Right, that resonates. The career analogy fits perfectly, pair programming or brainstorming.
Yeah, tackling a tough bug together is often way faster than struggling solo.
And in relationships, sharing parenting duties or just asking for help before you hit burnout.
Absolutely. Mutual support. Even in health, like joining a walking group. It lifts you up on low energy days.
So it's not just about splitting the workload?
No, it's more than that. It amplifies your strengths and shortens those inevitable weak moments we all have. There really is strength in numbers, or maybe better, strength in shared support.
Makes sense. Okay, point 5. This one's about learning from the past, burning the old,
Yeah, and it connects to the Holy Festival, that symbolic letting go.
releasing the grip of past mistakes so they don't drag you down now.
Precisely. The financial analogy is great. Closing an old, unused credit card and starting fresh with a budget.
You're actively cutting ties with old habits.
Right. Or health-wise. Tossing expired, unhealthy food, restocking with better stuff. A conscious choice.
And relationships. This one's tough sometimes, stopping yourself from replaying old arguments after you've supposedly moved on.
It takes conscious effort, definitely. But the key takeaway is about freeing up mental bandwidth. By removing the fuel, the regrets, replaying, you declutter your mind. You create space for growth for the future.
Less mental energy wasted looking backward.
Exactly. Okay, let's talk about accumulating inner wealth.
Inner wealth. Sounds intriguing.
The source breaks it down into 3 treasures. First, the results of your effort. Second, blessings you get through contentment. And third, the rewards of humble service.
Okay, like 3 different kinds of accounts we're building up?
Kind of, yeah. So results of effort, that's the tangible stuff. In your career, maybe tracking your KPIs.
Measurable progress.
Right. In relationships, planning actual quality time. In finances, logging your expenses so you know where the money's going.
Got it. What about the second one? Blessings via contentment.
This is more internal, like genuinely thanking teammates at work.
Acknowledging others?
Yes, or consistently expressing gratitude to family and friends. Financially, maybe it's regularly donating to a cause you care about. It's actively cultivating appreciation.
And the third, humble service.
This is about contribution without needing applause. Maybe mentoring a junior colleague.
Sharing knowledge.
Or being the family tech support person, even if it's annoying sometimes. Or sharing money-saving tips with friends.
Is helping out.
Right. And the idea is these accounts, when balanced, build resilience. Like compound interest for your well-being. They help you weather the tough times.
Interesting way to frame it. Okay, point 7 shifts focus to being a positive influence.
Yes, being a bestower of fortune and a tapaswi, which basically means someone engaged in their own growth who naturally shares the benefits.
Leading by example, essentially.
That's the core of it.
Yeah.
The health analogy is powerful. Seeing your commitment to running or eating well is way more inspiring than you just telling people to do it.
Actions speak louder than words.
Absolutely. In career, openly sharing lessons learned, even the fails, helps others avoid the same issues.
Vulnerability and honesty.
And in relationships, modeling calm conflict resolution teaches your loved ones more than any lecture could.
So it's about your lived example. Your positive radiance, as the source might put it, has a ripple effect.
Exactly. Much wider impact than just giving advice.
Okay, point 8 tackles something I think we all struggle with. Mental drain.
Oh yes, stopping those wasteful thought loops. Though, why, what if, how could I have cycles?
They can really suck your energy.
Totally. The financial analogy is relatable. Learn from a bad investment, sure, but don't endlessly replay it. Extract the lesson, move on.
Easier said than done sometimes.
True, but it's a skill to cultivate. Same in career, make a mistake in a presentation, okay? Note the correction, the focus on the next thing. Don't dwell.
And health, miss a workout. Just reset. Get back on track tomorrow without the guilt spiral.
It's about recognizing when the loop becomes unproductive and consciously hitting stop. That swift mental reset saves energy and keeps you productive.
Prevents prolonged anxiety, too.
Definitely. Okay, point 9, the power of renewal.
Renewal. Refreshing yourself first.
Exactly. You need to recharge yourself before you can effectively uplift others. Enthusiasm or zeal is contagious.
Makes sense. You can't pour from an empty cup.
Right. So career-wise, maybe block time for your own skill development, then share a key insight with the team.
So you learn, then share.
In relationships, schedule personal of joy breaks. Do something you love so you bring renewed energy to family time, not depletion.
Self-care isn't selfish.
It fuels your ability to give. Even health. Try a new healthy recipe you're excited about, then share it. Your enthusiasm spreads.
People remember how you make them feel, that energy.
That's it. Your well-being fuels your outward enthusiasm and impact.
Okay, final point, number 10, embracing challenges.
Yes, being unshakable like Anad. Viewing obstacles not as dead ends, but as growth opportunities.
Angad from the Ramayana, known for being immovable.
That's the reference, yes. So career-wise, if a project suddenly changes direction, reframe it. See it as a chance to develop leadership or problem-solving skills.
Instead of just getting frustrated?
Right. Financially, view a market downturn not as disaster, but a lesson in diversification.
Finding a learning in the loss?
And health rainy day cancels your run. Okay, pivot. Do an indoor workout. Adapt. Keep the momentum.
It's all about that conscious reframing.
Exactly. Seeing challenges as chances to learn, adapt, grow stronger. It builds resilience and keeps you moving forward, keeps your confidence up.
Okay, wow. 10 really solid points there, grounded in those analogies.
And the source gives some quick motivation takeaways too.
Oh, yeah. Like what?
There's a simple but powerful mantra. I give happiness, I take happiness.
I give happiness, I take happiness. Makes you think. What does that really mean in practice?
It's worth reflecting on personally, for sure. And there's a suggested micro habit. End each day listing one blessing you gave and one you received.
Oh, I like that. Simple gratitude practice takes what, a minute?
Probably less. Great way to end the day positively.
Any others?
Yeah, a 6-month challenge. Act as a knowledge son. Share one practical tip each week to genuinely help someone.
A knowledge son? Just sharing something useful. Could be anything.
Anything tangible. A smile, help solving a problem, a money-saving tip, just contributing positive value consistently.
Nice. So wrapping this all up, these analogies, they seem simple, but they link back to deeper principles, right?
Absolutely. They offer really tangible, actionable guidance for, just navigating daily life better across relationships, health, career, finances, the whole spectrum.
And you can really see how interconnected they are. Like purity in thought impacts relationships.
Right. And determination fuels career success. Connection boosts well-being. It all works together.
It's not like they exist in silos.
Not at all. It's a holistic system, really.
So the final thought for everyone listening, maybe think about which analogy really stood out to you today.
Yeah, which one resonated most strongly? And then what's one small, doable step you could take, maybe even today, to start applying it?
Don't have to overhaul everything at once. Just one small step.
Exactly. Consider how these simple ideas, applied consistently, could actually create some pretty significant positive shifts in your life over time.
And maybe ponder how these ideas might apply elsewhere, too, in areas we didn't cover. Did any analogy spark other questions or insights for you?
We hope this deep dive gave you some valuable food for thought.
And some practical inspiration to take forward. Thanks for joining us.